Fuck cancer. Cancer's an asshole. It's on both sides of my family. Cancer's such a fucking asshole. It always attacks the parts that we need. It never attacks the parts of our body that we don't want. Like, I think it would be awesome if one day someone said, hey, I got love handle cancer. Be like, oh, congratulations. When are you getting those removed? That's good for you. I would love to tell you that I have back hair cancer. Like, let's get rid of that. Even better, it's like, hey, did you hear? Jamie finally got herpes cancer. He can remove his condoms now. That's just even better. So, but fuck cancer. I heard you can get throat cancer from HPV by going down on too many women. You can get throat cancer from oral sex. That cancer's a horrible fucking disease, don't get me wrong. But ladies, if a man says he has throat cancer, that fucker knows what he's doing. Like, I almost feel selfish that I don't have throat cancer. Like, women are gonna judge me that I'm inadequate, you know? Like, hey, how's your relationship with Jamie going? Oh, he doesn't have throat cancer, but he's nice, and he started smoking, so we're hoping that helps. So, fuck cancer anyway, so. But, anyway, yeah, there's a lot of fathers out there who have songs that are very special to them and their sons that remind them of their relationship with their sons. You know, like Cats in the Cradle, that song, you guys know that one? You know, Papa Was a Rolling Stone. My dad had one for me. It was Your Body's a Wonderland. He still cries when I touch him, so. Ladies, I don't think you realize how much men love blowjobs. All right, men, we love them, right? We love blowjobs, thank you very much. Men love blowjobs like you love buying shoes. We can't get enough of them, and we'll never tell you how much we spent getting them behind your back. So, thank you, everybody.
My father's a trip, man. He makes you do some crazy shit. Like, I recently had a gay moment. Anybody have a gay moment in this? I had a gay moment. I was out to dinner with my father. We went to a white restaurant. The reason I say it was a white restaurant because they give you 2 forks and a knife. Not at our restaurants, you get 1 fork, 1 knife, plastic, and a napkin. You know it. That's right. I ordered the sweet potato. He ordered a loaded potato. We're eating our food. He's like, how's that sweet potato? I'm like, this damn thing's delicious. He said, let me try it. So I grabbed the extra fork, scoop some out, hand him the fork. What does he do? Opens his mouth. And then here goes my gay ass. I just fucking fed him. I think I might have opened my mouth when I was feeding him, like, right as soon as the fork hit his mouth, there goes the damn server. He's like, oh. I'm like, hold up, bro, this is my father. He says I live in a trailer park. We got Facebook people in here. Where are my Facebook people at? Love Facebook. That's all the nosy ass people. Just them 5 people? You lying bastards. Now, I just got a question. Is it wrong for me? Is it wrong for me that if somebody I don't like, because everybody's got friends on their Facebook that don't like them, right? Who's got friends you don't like on your Facebook? Uh-huh. Is it wrong when they post that they had a really bad day for me to hit the like button? Is it? I like to like it, unlike it, and like it again so it shows up twice on their wall. I also like to just suggest them to all the other people I don't like so they can all be friends. Maybe create a group of unlikable people. Right? Is that wrong of me? You know what else I love to do? I love to friend beautiful women. Man, I ain't playing. As soon as they say, do you know her? Is she hot? Yep. Friend. Right? She's hot. I'm friending her. Then I spend Saturday afternoons just poking her. I do. I don't poke her with my finger, though. I got the laptop up and poke, poke, poke. Hey, I'm trying to get mine. Who cares if you get yours? so messed up. It's so messed up. My family's crazy as fuck. I got a sister, man. She's a big girl, man. She's not little. She's like, I don't know, she's about my height, 212 pounds. Husband, Cuban, black, 100 pounds, wet. I hate seeing it. I hate seeing it. Like, you know, you have a family function. There's limited seating. You sit down, your girl sits on your lap. Not these motherfuckers. She sits down, he sits on her lap. I'm like, look at this shit here. In here looking like a ventriloquist act. I'm like, hey, whenever, do me a favor, why don't you stick your hand up his ass and make him talk? Better yet, make him say something in English. He's trying, though. He's trying. The other day I called over there. I'm like, hello? Is my sister there? Yeah, man, she here. I'm like, oh, shit, you speaking English? He's like, yeah, man, we speaking English now. I'm like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah, man. Like, so you want to suck my dick? He's like, yeah, man. Like, you don't know no motherfucking English.
I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I have two kids. They're named Mom and Dad. It's funny how that situation changes. Like, they ask me for advice now. A couple years ago, my parents got their first computer. They didn't know how to turn it on. 2 weeks ago, my dad called me. He asked how to erase his internet history. They grow up so fast, y'all. Told him if he didn't quit that shit, he'd go blind. My parents been married for 40 years. Don't clap for that shit. I'm not finished. They've been unhappy for 40 years. Which is something I don't understand. I don't understand being married for 40 years if you're unhappy, because they only give you 25 years for murder. You get 5 years in, you realize this is a bad deal. Pop, pop, pop. You still 10 years to the good, shit. They argue like siblings now. That's what happens when you're married that long. They argue like brother and sister. My mother called me last week. She said, your father has been hogging Universal remote you got us for Christmas. I hear him in the background like, Tell the whole goddamn story, Rita. He gets on the phone, he says, I bet you she didn't tell you she's been hogging the electric blanket you got us for Christmas. Well, put me on speakerphone. Scrape together my dollars to get y'all something nice y'all don't appreciate shit. When I was coming up, we didn't have universal remotes, okay? When I was a kid, we didn't have electric blankets. Y'all need to learn how to fucking share. Maybe I should come over there and take my stuff back. Is that what I should do? And say, no, we'll be good. I spent a lot of time watching TV. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. Any Walking Dead fans in here? I like that show. I like that show. It's interesting to me, but it's not scary. Because zombies don't scare a Detroiter. You know what I mean? Like, zombies are just crackheads without dance moves. That's all they are. It's the same thing. I'm also a big Game of Thrones fan. Any Game of Thrones people here? Like that show a lot. Again, that throws people off because normally black folks don't like shows about the past that much. But it's the make-believe past. That's fine. Like, you know, you can't have like dragons and racism, right? Those two things can't coexist. Like, nobody hops on a dragon and goes to a Klan meeting, right? I wish we did have dragons in real life, though. Because if history's shown us anything, it's that white folks like to fuck with one group at a time. There was dragons and shit flying around. Trayvon wouldn't have been so suspicious. Don't look at me like you paid for tickets. Yeah, I said it, motherfuckers. Yeah. I'm the one with the microphone. I said it, yes. That verdict was bullshit, man. I know it was bullshit. Everybody knew it was bullshit, but I adapted quickly. The very next day, I went to Hot Topic. Spent $200 at Hot Topic. I figured you can't stand your ground against a black dude wearing a One Direction t-shirt. Justin Bieber, Mumford and Sons. Mumford and Sons ain't shit but Coldplay on Moonshine, by the way. It's the same group, same group. I've learned this in my life. I've learned that racist people are often very gullible as well. Racist people are often very gullible. I was driving in Mississippi for work. Fun fact about Mississippi, they have one prison in Mississippi. It's called Mississippi. Well, I stop at a gas station to get something to drink, get some gas, and before I know it, I'm surrounded by 4 white guys. And they cornered me, and they you know, we're sizing each other up, and they look at me and say, "We don't like your kind around here, boy." And I said, "Duh. Nobody likes people with AIDS." Had to think quick, shit was tight. I was driving, another town I was driving for work, and actually I flew into, not too long ago, I flew into D.C., Washington, D.C., and D.C.'s major airport is Ronald Reagan International Airport. I don't know if y'all know that, Ronald Reagan International Airport. Now, I find that to be kind of ironic, because one of the first things Ronald Reagan did as president was he fired the air traffic controllers. They wanted to strike and he fired them. Now, I'm not arguing whether or not that was the right thing to do politically, I'm just saying the shit is odd. And then they will name a part of the industry after somebody who hurt the industry. I mean, did Kool-Aid name a flavor after Jim Jones? It ain't no R. Kelly water park around. O.J. Simpson have his own brand of steak knives. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Coming back from a case I had in Indiana, I was stuck on a highway in southern Indiana, which I know sounds like the beginning of a suicide note, but instantly I'm thinking the worst. I'm like, oh my God, I hope it's not an accident. If it is, I hope everybody's all right, unless it's a guy with a pickup truck and Confederate flag, then yay. I get up there to the site, it's not even an accident, it's a Gawker slowdown. That's when somebody causes a backup in traffic because they're being too nosy. That pisses me off. If you like watching accidents so much, go home and look at your kids. Don't. Slow me up, I got shit to do. So, heard this the other day, this article about marijuana. Apparently, if you use marijuana, it'll cure you of sports and exercise-induced asthma. No shit, marijuana stops you from sports and exercise. It's not a new development. Ain't nobody ever had an asthma attack from shaking a tambourine, you know what I mean? Like, they come up with funny ass names for the weed too. That's one of the most interesting things. Like, I was in one of the dispensaries for research purposes, and they had this product, and I read the description on it, and on the back of it says, this plant can grow from 1 seed to a full plant in 36 hours. They call that shit Instagram. They had another one called Superman. Oh, this is interesting. So I go to the counter, it had no description on it. I go to the counter, I say, I see here, sir, you have a product called Superman. Now you call it that, I'm guessing, because if you use it, you feel like you got superhuman strength, or you feel like you can fly. I said, no, we call it Superman, because if you smoke this shit, you won't feel your legs no more. That's their name for it, not mine, shit. I've been listening to a lot of rap music lately. A lot more rap music than normal. I heard this rap song the other day where this rapper says he wants a wife that will fuck him like a prostitute. No you don't. That's like saying you want a wife that'll cook for you like McDonald's. That doesn't make sense at all. They serve billions is what I'm saying. Don't fuck me like a prostitute, bitch. Fuck me like you ugly and grateful. That's what I want from you. Got one more thing, and I'll end with this. I was told by a comedian, older comedian, that I should learn how to do stereotypical jokes sometimes. Help me bond with the crowd. And I don't like writing easy jokes kind of like that. I like to do stuff that's kind of well thought out. But I came up with a compromise. I figure it's okay to do easy jokes so long as I do something kind of complicated at the same time. So Negroes be like, chicken and what? Back when I was a kid, we didn't have timeout. We had knocked out, you guys. That's right. Everybody got to beat them kids. And I have it on good authority, you guys, that women do, in fact, be shopping. I don't know if y'all knew that. Women totally be shopping. Saw one the other day. It was Black Friday. Or African American Friday, if you want to be all liberal. Right now is the part of my set where I can't think of anything funny to say, but I want y'all to like me. So I tell y'all I support the troops and you give me a round of applause. That's right. America. I don't know if y'all know this, but sometimes black guys date women that could have owned them centuries ago. And sometimes they're overweight, you guys. Can you believe that? It's very odd because there's so few overweight people in America. So, Al Gore, a Buddhist and a pacifist, walk into a bar. And we shoot him fucking dead because it's Texas. Yeehaw! Fuck Texas. They're the reason we're in the shit we're in today. Sent us that idiot a few years ago. What is up with the gays, you guys? Wanting all their rights and stuff. God made Adam and Eve, not Ab and Wilbur. Repression. And this is the part of my set where I lack all originality because I don't write jokes. I begin to imitate comedians that I watched as a kid. Thanks a lot, y'all.
You know, I really enjoy drinking. I've been drinking for quite a long time. I will tell you, though, that I miss smoking marijuana. When I'm drinking, every time I get drunk, I know the next morning that I was drunk the night before. You know, head splitting like a cord of firewood, feeling all pukey. Back when I used to smoke weed, the only reason I ever knew that I was high the night before was I had that little cardboard cutout from a Swiss cake roll stuck to my face. Woo! Fuck, we was high last night. Recently took a trip to Vermont with my two younger brothers. And we're doing some camping out there, and we decided we're going to climb a mountain. And by we, I mean my two younger college-playing athletic brothers decided we were going to climb a mountain. So I said, let's go. So we're on our way up there, and we get about halfway, and I step off the side of the trail, grab a slug of water, you know, get a little breather. And I notice the group that's coming up behind us is half filled with blind people. I have never in my life felt so out of shape at that point when I'm getting past climbing a mountain by blind people. So we get to the top, and there's this really cool place where you can check out the view, you know. And I looked in, I noticed one of the blind guys next to me, and I gave him a nudge, and I said, wow, would you look at that? I win, for those of you keeping score. So, what was really cool, though, was on the flight out there, I got an opportunity, you set them right there for me? I got an opportunity to join the Mile High Club. So, anybody in the Mile High Club here? Yeah? All right, yeah. Would have been great had my wife been with me. Actually, it would have been great had anybody else been in the bathroom with me. I am happily married, you guys. There's a couple of things about my wife I'd like to discuss. My wife is trying to kill me. And I'll tell you why. When she showers prior to me, okay, she uses all sorts of conditioners and bath oils and lotions, okay? So I get in the shower and it's all slippery, right? I'm 295. I don't fall softly, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So when I'm in the shower, when I take a shower first, because I care, I'm considerate, I make sure that that shower floor is nice and sticky, because I love her and I don't want her to get hurt. Woo! Got a woo from a masturbator in the shower, all right. How you doing, honey? Millions of my potential children died in the shower because of you. Yeah. Oh. My wife does does this thing. We're sitting there. In fact, the other day we were watching a show, and there was a veteran on there, and he was wounded in war, lost both of his arms and legs. That's not the joke. There's nothing funny about that. But my wife did that wife thing that they all do, and she looks at me, she goes, "Would you still love me if I didn't have any arms or legs?" And I'm like, what? Honey, I am offended. Because you know what? 11 years ago, I stood up in front of all of our friends and family and God himself, and I said, until death do we part. So obviously, if you lost your arms and legs, I would have to kill you. My wife does this thing when we're on the phone with each other, and she'll say something like, "I'm almost home," and I'll be like, "Honey, you were breaking up. I didn't hear you." So she goes, "Honey, you screaming into the cell phone doesn't help the signal, okay? None of you guys have ever experienced that ever. Okay, oh good, all right, great." I knew that she was going to be my wife forever. One day, we're lying there, and she looked at me right in my eyes. She said those 3 special little words, "Let's try anal." And I'm like, it's a keeper. So that's what Beyonce was talking about. If you like that, you better put a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown was recently in the news again. A few years ago, he beat up his girlfriend Rihanna. He just violated his parole. I was reading an interview with him not too long ago, and he was talking about having a crush on Taylor Swift. And I got to thinking about all the brutal songs she writes about people, and I wonder what those songs would sound like had she been dating Chris Brown when those things went wrong. So I put a couple of songs together. I hope you guys enjoy them. He's the reason for the hair and blood on my guitar. Just left the doctor and she thinks it's gonna leave a scar. Those bones are never, ever, ever healing back together. Our song is a slamming screen door as the cops burst in and you're sneaking out the window. We're on the phone with plexiglass between us, and you're crying because you saw me touch your penis. Woo. I watch a lot of television. I was watching television the other day. I saw an advertisement for a show called Breaking Amish. And this poor girl, she was a pretty gal, and she's crying, and she's talking about, you know, I'm still Amish on the inside. And that got me thinking, I wonder what it's like to be inside an Amish girl. Another show I really enjoy, Strange Addictions. Watched an episode the other day, my favorite episode. This woman was addicted to eating couch cushions. I got to thinking, what in the hell does this crazy bitch's backyard look like? Just a bunch of cushionless sofas, Davenports, ottomans, pull-outs. Speaking of pull-out, probably what her dad should have done. I was excited this last fall. Michael J. Fox made his return to primetime television. Yeah. It's a pretty cool show. I don't know if you guys have caught it or not. He plays a character named Howard Park. Him and his 2 boys own a mechanic shop. It's called Parkinson's. Boo, yeah, I know. That's terrible. I did that joke a couple of weeks ago, and this old woman stopped me afterwards. She goes, "Do you really think that Parkinson's is funny?" And I was like, nah. Anybody have any kids in here? We got parents in here? All right, parents. Good for parents. I have a 3-year-old son, and he is, as you say, the apple of my eye. Is that a term of endearment? I'm not sure. He's a cool cat. I love the guy. So when you have kids, we have 3 children. When you have kids, you start to lose a little bit of the romance. And it's less making love, and it's just taking care of business when you get the opportunity. Am I right? Sorry. You're sorry? I'm sorry, too. You're right. So the other day, we're sitting in the living room, and he's watching Dora the Explorer on TV, and my wife kind of catches me across the living room, and she kind of like, "Want to?" I'm like, "Delicioso!" So we head off into the bedroom, right? And like I said, we don't have time to, we're not making love. She's lying on the bed, I'm standing there taking care of business. Next thing you know, I feel this little tiny fist punch me in my bare ass cheek. Just about this time, his mother, my wife, is screaming harder. So then I get this little tiny fist punch me in my ass harder. And I kind of went, son, you picked a hell of a time to start doing what your mom told you to do. I'm a decent sized fella, as you guys can see. Normally I stick to V-necks, dark colors. Today I'm wearing my Laugh Fest shirt. It is a Laugh Fest shirt. I know because of the size it kind of looks like I'm a big urine flavored Kool-Aid. Oh no. But I stick to dark colors, to V-necks. They say they are slimming. They are fucking liars, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm not a fashionista, ladies. I want to share a small tip with you guys. You walk by me in the mall, and it says pink on your ass, that shit's sexy. You walk by and there's enough room for it to say periwinkle, you shouldn't be wearing that shit. Oh, and by the way, if it says saucy or juicy, that doesn't make me think sexy, that makes me think VD, okay? There's a tag on those pants that says stretch. That's indicative of what it's made out of, ladies. That's not a challenge. One of the other things I don't like is Spanx, the spandex that pushes everything into its appropriate anatomical position. False advertising, ladies. I shouldn't have to worry when I am undressing a pretty lady. I shouldn't have to do it all gingerly like I'm opening up a roll of Pillsbury Grand's biscuits. Shit! I almost lost an eye.
Recently, I had a dream I want to share with all of you. I was working in a restaurant because my life is just like my dreams and it's terrible. And in the dream, for some reason, Justin Timberlake's walk in. Justin Timberlake's, you heard me correctly, plural, 2 of them. We have NSYNC, Justin Timberlake, and now Justin Timberlake. I'm like, fuck yeah! I wasn't even a Justin Timberlake fan. I listened to Weird Al for fucking 10 years. So Justin Timberlake's walk up, and I'm like, hey, Justins, you want to have a hot dog eating contest? And they're like, hell yeah, we do. Hell yeah. So I go get the hot dogs. There's one left. And then I woke up. Am I gay? I went to my brother and I asked him that, and I was like, the only way that dream could have ended is we're going to do a Lady and Tramp style with the hot dog, and we're going to end up making out with them. My brother's like, the only reason that's gay is because that's how you think it would end. But come on, if Justin Timberlake walks in the room and offers to kiss me, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to suck his dick for free. For free. So I almost had that bad kind of threesome. Let's keep going with the gay stuff. I almost had the bad kind of threesome with my roommate. Like this girl was coming over and I couldn't do it. I chickened out. Just ended up fucking him. I'm a top! But if I was a bottom, I'd be a power bottom. Get ready, gentlemen. Yeah, I have my cheat notes here. Shut up. I don't like that one. You guys won't hear it. Don't worry. So yeah, this isn't my first job. I got a degree in dance. Yeah. Comedian. Dancer. Look at that resume. Disappointed my father twice.